We're talking about the layers of the body of fear. And then if we can recognize the fear thoughts, we can then start sensing where the fear lives in our body as emotions, whether it's as chronic anxiety or maybe anger or depression. And if we can keep present and kind, we can start to face the vulnerability that's right there as a felt sense, as sensations. We know that phrase, the issues are in our tissues, until we can actually experience in a full way, an intimate way, bringing above the line and being with the fear in our body, it still grabs at our identity. We're like what one Tibetan described as a bundle of tense muscles defending our existence. So this is the body of fear. And again, I've been speaking a lot, so let me ask you to check in. We'll just do a very brief reflection on the body of fear. And I might be asking you to pay attention to fear when you're not feeling any fear, and that's fine. You can just get in touch with what happens to be there, any vulnerability. So again, let the attention turn inward. And you might bring to mind a recent time, and it could be the same experience as before or another, where you felt in some way stuck in that body of fear, just caught in the thoughts and the feelings. It might be something that repeats often in your life, where you perhaps related to your work, where you feel you're failing or going to fail, or in a relationship where you're afraid of what's going to happen. And sense your intention to bring above the line these different elements of the body of fear. You might notice, what are the behaviors? Or what are your fear behaviors? Do you distract? Do you blame? Do you try to numb yourself? Do you get busy? With whatever you see, whatever you discover, you just to see it and forgive it. Let your intention be to forgive it. It's not really your body of fear, it's the body of fear, and this is what we humans do. You might notice what thoughts come with the body of fear for you. What are you believing in those times? And to find out, just kind of go inside the fear and say, just sense, what's the fear's view? From the fear's perspective, what bad is going to happen? What's wrong with you or someone else or the world? And with whatever you notice, these are thoughts, these are beliefs. You don't have to believe. And sense if you can feel into your body with what's there, whatever emotions are there, naming them. Feeling right into the sensations, and if it helps to put your hand on your heart, to in some way keep yourself company right now. This is the portal, this vulnerability in our bodies. This is why we practice coming into our bodies. You might listen more deeply to the fear place and sense, what are you trying to do for me? What are you trying to do for me? You might sense whether it's useful or not, the way this fear is trying to protect. And you might even explore saying thank you. Thank you for trying to protect me. And notice what happens. Thank you for trying to protect me. You're bringing above the line how this body of fear is trying to, in some way, protect you. And keep paying attention. You might sense in that place that's trying to protect, that vulnerable place, what it's longing for. That it's really longing for, in some way, safety, belonging, knowing all rightness, feeling loved. And just witnessing this in an intimate way, that this is the suffering, this hurts. There's longing, there's feelings of unsafeness. And you might even acknowledge, this hurts, or ouch. I sometimes say ouch. This is suffering. And notice what happens. Just the honest recognition, this hurts. Notice if there's some more tenderness, some more space. You might take some moments just to widen your attention and remember you're here with hundreds of us. And it's not as much my fear as the fear. It's the body of fear. Not so personal. It's a limbic protector. And again, regard your experience and all of our experience with that kindness that sees it hurts, and that there's some larger space of belonging that's possible. You might notice what happens if you just let yourself relax back a bit and sense the field of belonging that can include these different currents of fear. Not my fear, but the fear, our shared fear. It's as Sri Nisargadatta put it, the mind creates the abyss, the heart crosses. So friends, we're really exploring how we bring into awareness what's been outside of awareness so that it can be integrated into a larger field, held in something larger. And it's really helpful, I just want to highlight, if parts of us are acknowledged, not pushed away, we don't call them resistance or bad, they're just acknowledged. Every emotion has an intelligence. Acknowledge it, even if it's no longer useful. That's the beginning of establishing a relatedness inside us.